so now we're going to make a black garlic linguine with clams. And we're going to start off with the noodles. So you want to get your water to a boil, and you just want to add a little bit of salt to season water. And you want to just get 1 pound of linguine. You can get this at any of your grocery stores, and we're just going to put that right in there. And we're going to let this cook for about 6 to 8 minutes. We want to cook our noodles al dente.
We're going to go ahead and start on the wine sauce while the noodles are cooking. We've got, we're going to use a cup of white wine, Pinot Grigio. We're going to use 1 whole lemon. We're going to use a bulb of our black garlic, chopped. We've got 6 shallots here, minced. We're going to do 3 tablespoons of butter and 3 tablespoons of olive oil. And then we're going to also throw in 2 tablespoons of parsley. And then I've got some Korean crushed red pepper, and then we're just going to season it with some black pepper and salt. So first of all, and then of course we've got about 18 clams here that we have washed and scrubbed and got all the sand out of. So you want to first start with a very hot pan. So you want to make sure that you let that heat up. You're going to add your oil first. We're going to do a blend of the of fats, of oil and butter, just for flavor. So we're going to go ahead and let that melt. And then you want to immediately add your shallots to get those cooked. They're not going to take very long. They're pretty finely minced. A couple of minutes to saute up here. I'm going to go ahead and put in my seasonings. Go ahead and add the black garlic. I want to get that the fragrance coming from there. And once they've become translucent and cooked through, about a minute or so longer. You don't want to go too far. You don't want to overcook the garlic. And then you're going to go ahead and add your white wine. And then you want to get we're going to add a cup. And then you want to bring that to a boil. So I'm going to bring my heat back up. And at this point I'm going to go ahead and add my parsley as well. This is really nice for color. I use the flat leaf parsley. It's got more flavor than the curly parsley. So it's coming to a boil pretty quickly here. And then I'm going to go ahead and just add the clams in. Just very carefully here. And these should cook about 6 minutes. And I'm going to add a lid on top so they steam. And what we did with the clams is we bought them fresh, and you want to soak them for at least about a half an hour, and you want to have them in a pretty deep bowl. There's quite a bit of sand in them. The recommended time is at least a half an hour. If you have more time to do so, you can do the process longer. But when you pull the clams out, you don't want to pour them into a strainer. You want to lift them out because all that sediment has come to the bottom of your pan, so you don't want to just add that back on to your clams. And then you just want to give them a nice good scrub, and then you just keep them in cold water. Well, as I take the lid off, you can see that they've all opened. You can see right inside of them. They're cooked through, nice and tender, and the sauce looks good. So we're going to go ahead and add those to our noodles. So you can just gently pour that over. Kind of go slow because the clam shells are a little hard. You wouldn't want to break your dish. And then just, you're going to toss that, and then right at the end, for presentation, oops, sounds cute. We'll just squeeze some lemon juice on top. Stir that in. Squeeze a lemon, and I put my hand over so there's no seeds, and top with a little parsley. So here's our finished product. This is our black garlic linguine with mussels. And I've made up a dish here for Lily to try, and she's going to let us know what she thinks.
I can't wait to try this. I'm going to start with this little oyster. I'm going to start with this clam. Mmm. Get that the noodle in there. Mmm. You really get the sweetness of the black garlic just throughout in the sauce. And then with the clam. I want some of this for dinner. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that is our black garlic and linguine with clams.